Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Coffee and Biz Chat with Michelle Andrishak. And special guest, Kim Free is in the house today.
Hi,
How
everybody.
exciting is that? So this week, I've had guests on Coffee and Biz Chat because I think it's important to learn from people who work in other areas of genius in your business, because that's what I coach. If this is not your area of genius in your business, you need to delegate it and spend more time in your income producing activities so you can afford these people, which is great. But if you're doing it the DIY, the social media DIY, I know I do it too sometimes, and you're banging your head against the wall because Facebook or Instagram has changed again, and you're not too sure if you should be just doing the posts you used to do a couple of years ago, or whether you should be doing reels. And are any of them going to work? Are any of them going to overcome the massive walls of algorithms that seem to be like Facebook is against businesses? And are they going to bring in sales? So in today's Coffee and Biz Chat, we want to get social about social media with my dear friend Kim Free from Small Town Go Promotions. So Kim, I know you're almost ready to start a 5-day challenge about social media and how we get on top of what's happening in 2022 versus what we thought would work and what used to work in 2020 even. Things have changed. So would you like to share real quick about that challenge while I have a sip of my coffee?
Sure. So my 5-day challenge, next week, starting February 21st, in a lovely little Facebook group, we are going to dive into how to get more eyes on your social media posts by coming up with a plan. I have a system laid out where you can custom create your own posting plan for your business that fits you and isn't just cookie cutter. And then once we have that plan, I'll also teach you how to create that content that actually stops people's scrolls. So you can stop blaming the algorithm, as a lot of people do, saying, it's the algorithm's fault that nobody is seeing my post, right? You totally did that. But there's ways to create content that is engaging. And I would love to walk you through that process in my 5-day challenge next week. Cheers.
I love that. So Kim's going to put a link to her free, isn't this awesome? This is a free 5-day challenge by Kim Free.
Yeah, you like that?
Free is a good word. Free is a
Right.
good word.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can sign up and engage and learn all about planning and content that stops the scroll, because consumer behavior has changed. So anything that looks like an ad, zip right on by.
Absolutely.
Right. And what keeps you scrolling is probably what keeps me scrolling. And yet we expect our customers to do something completely different than what we would do.
Mm-hmm. The algorithms always change. It's so true, but human psychology does not change. And so there's some basics in content creation for social media that are consistent and that aren't going to change next year or the year after, right? So we really dive into what makes humans stop scrolling and click the like button, because at the end of the day, we're all just humans trying to connect to humans. So in my 5-day challenge, there will be homework. I gotta warn you, because I'm a teacher. There will be homework and there will be prizes, coffee related prizes. Wink, wink.
Yay, coffee.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. So in our biz chats, I like to keep the biz chats somewhat short and sweet. Well, you and I could talk for hours, and we often do. And have our audience have some really quick wins on what whether they can be inspired or learn something. So, what are 3 things we could do today, Kim, to have our social media increase our sales?
Totally. So I was thinking about this over my coffee this morning, Michelle, and leading up to this day. Thanks for having me. So what Michelle always says, and what I totally find to be true, is sales come from conversations, right? Conversations equals cash flow for your business, as Michelle likes to say. So I have 3 ways this morning, today, where you can use social media to have more conversations with your people. So number 1, excuse me. Number 1, use Facebook events. The Facebook algorithm is loving Facebook events lately, so that's a bonus. But even if they change the algorithm next year, as long as you set it up for success and use human psychology, you should still be able to have success with this. So you could run, I'm just going to brainstorm real quick, different types of events that you could set up on Facebook. You could go live and teach. So you could absolutely set up like a mini training related, especially if you're a service provider, related to your business topic. Or you could have a sale and have an event focused on that sale. You could have a flash sale. You could have a pop-up shop in person. You could have a guest, kind of like we're doing here today, and set it up as an event and have a conversation. Get creative when you're thinking about running events for your business, even if you're selling products. It's totally doable. So set up that event for success, create an excellent eye-catching banner graphic, come up with a name, a title of the event that is short and sweet and speaks to people's pain points. And then once you have it all set up and ready to roll, make sure you have a way to capture their email so that you can follow up with them and add them to your email list and continue to build that relationship. Once you have the Facebook event set up, invite your friends. Share the heck out of that. Share it all the places where your target audience is hanging out. Possibly consider an ad budget to create a Facebook paid ad for it. Post in the event leading up to the event, and about a week in advance, send out some personal invitations via Messenger to those people who have indicated that they're interested or going to the event, to make sure they grabbed their ticket and you captured their email address. That's tip number 1. Cheers.
I love it. I love tip number 1. And I'm so glad I'm going, I've been setting up events for my weekly coffee and biz chats. It's like, cheers, you got it right. You're doing it. That's awesome. So Kim, what's tip number 2?
Number 2, if you're over on Instagram, or even if you have a Facebook business page, you can do this in Facebook as well. Use interactive stickers in your stories. So stories are the things that scroll this way. They're only up for 24 hours and they tend to be less formal. So it's an excellent way to start a conversation. Those interactive stickers allow you to ask people simple questions like, so for example, when I'm doing my 5-day challenge, I could create a little video and talk about my 5-day challenge. And then on the next slide in my stories, I could ask, are you interested? Yes, or maybe. And people easily click that interactive sticker button. And then you can track that and follow up with them. Hey, you were maybe interested in my 5-day challenge. Here's the link if you want to sign up. So interactive stickers in your stories, it's like a micro engagement. And as we know in marketing, Michelle, micro engagements lead to bigger engagements. It's a psychological trick. So if you can convince people to, click a button or push the like button or comment or some of these micro engagements, it will, in most cases, lead to bigger engagements, like having a full-on conversation or adding something to the cart or booking a discovery call, right? So it's a great conversation starter. And I do recommend having a posting plan for your Instagram stories as well. Don't just throw spaghetti at the wall and hope that it sticks, but have a plan. It helps you to create those stories more easily anyways, and then stick to the plan. And we'll be talking about that in my 5-day challenge.
I love that. So make sure you're on top of your events, because hey, Facebook likes them. So let's do more of those. Even if it's for a sale. I love the fact that you could have an event if you're selling candles, for example, that you could have a special event set up in your Facebook page for your candle sale.
Totally. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. And then, oh, get with the stories, Michelle. Come on. Sometimes I feel too old for this stuff, but get with the stories. Even I know how to put in a link. So if I can do it, so can you.
That's right.
So tip number 3, Kim.
Yeah, totally. So tip number 3, and you've heard me say this before, video content. Video content across the social media platforms is being highly preferred by all of the algorithms and by the humans. Humans are loving video content these days on social media, especially short form. So another reason to use video content is that it's the fastest way to build that know, like, and trust with your audience. They get to hear your voice, they get to see your smile, they get to look into your eyes, and you can have micro conversations with them as well. So here's my steps to creating excellent video content on your social media feeds real quick. So number 1, brainstorm some topics. I meant to have this, here we go. So if you create a little mind map like this, start with what you're awesome at in the middle. Is that upside down? Yeah. And then branch out from there. We will be doing this activity in my 5-day challenge next week. Okay, I'm being goofy. So tip number 1, no. This tip is about creating video content. Step 1 is brainstorm your topics. Step 2, schedule regular video into your posting plan. So when you have a strategic posting plan for your organic social media, some of that should include, like Michelle does with her Coffee and Biz Chat, should include regular video content. Pre-plan your video. You can use a template for that, which is really helpful. Then when you're ready, record, add captions, post it, and multi-purpose that, because video content takes more effort. So post it all the places. And of course, include a call to action, right? You want people to move on to that next step of engagement with you. And my call to action today, if you haven't noticed, is join my free 5-day challenge, Social Media Solved.
I love that. I love that. 3 tips to get more sales. Get using your events. Make sure you're using stories with clickable links and video. Honestly, you can, if I got over being camera shy with this mug, so can you. So, and I know sometimes it's difficult to come up with what am I going to talk about at Coffee and Biz Chat today? Maybe I'll invite a guest.
Hey, that takes the pressure off.
Maybe I'll invite a guest. But now, thanks to sitting down and doing a Coffee and Biz Chat plan, I have, my God, 52 subjects to talk about over the next year. So much fun coming your way. Kim, thank you so much for joining me today for your tips of moving from just scrolling by on your social media to actually getting engagement. Now, remember, like I always say, marketing generates awareness. Engagement generates sales. And you need to know the difference. So my hope is that you'll sign up for Kim's 5-day challenge. It's free by the wonderful Kim Free. So why not engage and learn more? I know I learned even more today about, events for everything. Ooh, watch my Facebook page. Events for everything.
You have an idea? Bing, like
lots of ideas. So if you're watching this and you learned something today from Coffee and Biz Chat, please let us know. And if you keep enjoying these Coffee and Biz Chats, please let me know in the comments below. I'm feeling like I need some love today. And if you would like to check out all the Coffee and Biz Chats episodes, categorized by mindset, by profitability, productivity hacks. I've been doing these for over a year now. So I've built a whole collective on my website of, here's that word again, free business tools and tips, including myself and other guest experts, helping you to grow and scale a business that rewards you with time freedom, with abundant profits, and at the end of the day, joy, because don't we all want that? So With that said, if you like these coffee and biz chats, give me some love today. Put it in the hashtag replay for me. Pop over to Kim's link where you'll be able to click and join her 5-day challenge next week. And here's my challenge to you. Set up an event today. Takes 10 minutes, set up an event, put your 10 minutes in, invite people to it, whether it's, hey, I'm going live Mondays and Thursdays like I do for Coffee and Biz Chat, or whether you're selling soap or candles or massage therapy, there might be an event space for you as well. Kim, thank you so much for joining me. Do you have one last tip? I'm going to squeeze everything out of you. One last tip before we go.
Sure. Bonus tip. It's a bit of a story, real quick. So we were working with a nonprofit and they wanted more volunteers, as they always do. So we were creating these social media posts for them and encouraging them to share them into different local groups to find the local volunteers. And they were doing that and they were doing a great job. And then she emailed me and said, Kim, this isn't working. Nobody is signing up as a volunteer. And I said, I'll take a look. So I did some investigation. I took a look at the posts that they shared into the groups. They had 8 people asking questions saying, hey, what about this? Hey, I want to volunteer. How do I get more information? And they hadn't followed up with them. So just remember, if you want to make more sales or recruit volunteers, follow up, keep track of where your posts are in the social media world and make it a regular routine habit twice a day, morning, end of day, to check your notifications for your business pages and follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up, Michelle Andrishak.
Well, you sound like me. You've been working with me for far too long. And remember, conversation is a two-way street. Social media is a conversation. It's not a monologue where you're just blasting people. You're going to hope that, just like I said, put some comments in below. I'll respond. I'll say hi. Share what you learned today from us. And make sure that conversation is a two-way street. And if someone starts a conversation back to you through social media, you don't leave them hanging, right? You wouldn't leave them hanging in a store and walk away and go, well, I've got something better to do. You wouldn't do that.
No.
Don't do it on social media either.
No, because that's worse, because everybody can see your terrible customer support if that's what you're doing.
It's like my friend Buddy saying, talk to the paw. So, ladies and gentlemen watching this video, thanks for tuning in for another episode of Coffee and Biz Chat with Michelle Andrishak. And for those of you who don't know me, I am a business mastery mentor, certified management coach, award-winning certified business coach and consultant. And I am here to support growth-minded women in business to have abundant profits, more time freedom, like let me help you take your weekends back, and reignite the joy that you might have lost by running your business. And that's what I bring to the table through my organization called WOW, International Women in Business. So Kim, thank you so much for joining me today. And don't forget, sign up for Kim's challenge. You don't want to miss it. It's free. Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Have a great day. Bye for now.